Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For my subscribers, welcome back, and for those that are new to my channel, welcome on board and thank you. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe. So for those that don't know me and wonder what is this channel all about, well, my name is Belinda and I've been working on cruise ships for over 10 years. So I am here to share my experience. I am here to coach those that aspire to go and work on cruise ships. That is what I am doing at the moment. I am a mentor, helping those that have the dream but don't know where to start. The way I had the dream 10 years ago, and I wished so much that I could find someone who could mentor me to the right direction. So that is what I am here to do. Before I go into the topic for today, I just wanted to say, sadly, today I received an email. Well, it's not really sad, but maybe it is for that person, because they were so excited that they had applied for a job on cruise ships and they had been accepted. But this company was asking that particular person to pay a certain fee to have their visa processed. With visas, guys, you pay at the embassy. You pay the embassy. You don't pay some individual with a Yahoo or Gmail or Outlook or whatever email. You do not pay for anything. These people are asking you guys to pay for your visas to be processed. $200, $250. It's a scam. So that is one thing that I'm here for, to actually be that person who's honest enough to just give you the information. The only thing you need to do is just subscribe to the channel. That's it. You don't pay anything, guys. You don't. The only thing you pay is for your yes, for the visas, but to the embassy. You pay for your medicals as well. You pay for the STCW as well. And always watch out for these weird emails. I couldn't believe that this person actually sent money to these people. I don't even know how he sent the money, maybe via Western Union. So please be careful of scammers. So our topic for today, a lot of people have been asking me which cruise lines actually pay, good salaries, and which ones don't pay good salaries. As far as I'm concerned, I think all cruise ships pay well. If you compare your salary that you are earning at home, I mean, let's for instance look at Zimbabwe right now. Maximum I'm sure that some people earn here is $200 to $300. So if you can get a job that pays you 1,000 to 1,200, it's a huge step up. But later on during your career, while you're working at sea, that amount finally shrinks and it becomes really tiny, and you're like, you know what, no, this, I am not being paid enough. And then if you start comparing with other cruise lines, you find that yes, there are some cruise lines which are really paying well. I know that with receptionists on some cruise lines, a receptionist gets paid 1,800 US, and on some cruise lines like the one that I was in, a receptionist gets paid about 2,300. So there's a lot of factors that determine that. So I'm just going to focus on departments which actually depend on tips. So if, for instance, you are in the dining, if you are in the if you are a waiter, I mean, if you are in the bar as a bartender, you are a wine sommelier, you are selling wines, you are in the spa, I don't know if I'm forgetting any other department, if you are maybe in concierge, these people salaries depend mainly on tips. So you do get offered a basic salary, but maximum of your money comes from tips. And there's 4 factors that will determine if you're going to really earn big in those departments or not. So the first one is going to be the size of the ship. I believe if you are in a ship that takes about 6,000 guests, you will definitely make more tips than being in a ship that takes about 1.5 guests. So you see the number of guests that sail on your cruise line makes you actually earn more or earn less. The second one is the age group. The age group that your ship caters for. So there's a lot of ships that cater for young people. You know how young people are like. Young people want to have a good time, they want to look good, and which means that departments like the spa are going to be fully booked, departments like the bars are going to be busy, wines are going to be busy, housekeeping is going to be busy because the ship will be full, shops are going to be busy. And young people, mainly, some of them, they are business people, entrepreneurs. So you are bound to really make good money if you are in a ship that has a lot of young people. But then if you go on a ship that has old people, people can pay well also if they are retired and they've been, doing a lot of businesses, they have the money. But guys, sometimes I don't know what's wrong with old people. They tend to be really grumpy and all they do is just complain and moan. I don't know what really happens when people get old. But that's always the case. I'm speaking of experience, looking at where I'm coming from, where we had a lot of old people. Old people analyze things too much. They analyze a lot of things, and majority of them tend to say that it is not their responsibility to pay you. The company must pay you, which means there's no tips for you. So if you are in the bars, sometimes old people prefer to just be sitting on the deck reading books. They don't drink, they don't party, they don't come to the spa. What for? They've already reached that age where they don't really bother about looking good, and they cannot be fooled about buying products. So it becomes really, really tricky. And old people like to go on long voyages, long cruises where they are there for days and months with you. So really forget about getting tips from such people. The third one is going to be the nationality. Nationality also plays a very big role in whether you're going to make good money or not, especially with tips. If you're looking at ships that are sailing from the US, yes, you're going to make tips. It doesn't matter the age group because those people are accustomed to give tips. But then if you are going to be sailing from ships that are sailing from, for instance, from the UK, those people are not accustomed. It is not part of them to tip. It is not part of their culture to tip. So forget about it. You are not going to get much there. On a 7-day voyage sailing from the US, you definitely going to be given $20, $50, $100 tips in the bars, in the what do you, housekeeping, restaurants. Those are the tips you're looking at. Spa, I've been there, especially if you're sailing from ports like Galveston, Texas. That's my favorite port. You make hella good money there. And then also, if you then go on the other side, selling, for instance, from Southampton, guys, there you are looking at $2, $5. It's good. It's good. We mustn't complain. But if you compare it with others, then you are like, okay, no, you know what? I'm not really making good money. And then also, the fourth one is going to be the itinerary. Where is your ship going to? There are some itineraries which are really, really busy, like Alaska. People that are sailing or doing the Alaskan cruise are normally people with really good money, people that are really loaded. And then there are some itineraries where you know that this itinerary is not good at all. Any Jack and Jill is really coming for this itinerary. If you go online and check how much these people have paid for that particular cruise, it's really cheap. You would expect that since people didn't really pay much for the cruise, they will actually tip, but that's not the case. They don't tip. And then the fifth one, which is just a bonus, is going to be the number of days that those people are sailing in your cruise or in your ship. So if you are going to be doing a 2-night, or I mean not a 2-night, a 3 or 4-day night cruises, those are very good because it means in a week you see about 2 different groups of people, which is really great. If you go on and do 7 nights, also it's the same because it means that in a month you would have done 4 cruises, 4 different crowds coming in. Now when it goes up to 2 weeks and it goes up to world voyages, which are about 110, 109 days with the same people, that becomes very, very tricky. They are in there for too long. You need to change people and have different people coming in order for you to make money. But if you're going to have people staying there for 109, 110 days, then it becomes a little bit tricky. So those are the 5 factors that will determine if you are going to make money or not on cruise ships, especially if you are in departments that depend on tips. Because what happens is that your salary tends to be very low because they know that you're going to get tipped. So that's the topic for today, guys. Thank you so much. If you like the information that I'm sharing with you, please don't forget to like information that I'm sharing with you. Please don't forget to like this video because it helps with the algorithm. Please look out for my next video where I'm just going to be sharing with you the different salaries, looking at my experience, my personal experience, how much I have been earning in these 4 different positions that I've been doing on board cruise ships.